Hi, good afternoon. It's Kirsty here. Kirsty Wales Massage Therapy is based in West Sussex in Horsham, and I go around the areas helping people feel better using different styles and types of massage and scar work therapies, and also now the Lymphatouch that I've got. So I've been talking ankle mobility today with clients, and I thought I'd just pop on here and I'd do a wee video just to tell you what it is, what the causes are, what you can do to make it better. So basically there are three bones that make up the actual ankle joint. So you've got the tibia, which is your shin bone, which comes down the front of the leg. The fibula runs down the outside of the shin bone. And then there is the talus bone that sits underneath the two. So the three of them form a joint, and they make a join between the foot and the leg. And then obviously you've got several other bones within the foot, but you've got ligaments that then hold those three bones together. So the flexibility of that joint is really important. It's the ability to point your toes up towards your shin. It's to point them down if you go onto tiptoes. It is the ability to circle the ankle, and you should be able to circle it both ways equally. And also with the ankle, it's to be able to turn the foot so that the sole of your foot is facing that way, flat, and then you can turn it and face it that way as well. And it should be even on both feet. If you find that one is a bit more sticky than the other, then it needs a little bit more work. So what are the downsides, if you like, of not having enough movement through that joint? It means that your foot won't have the same ability to adapt if it's on rough terrain, and depending on what sort of footwear you're wearing. There'll also be a knock-on effect through the body probably, where different joints are affected, and different muscles will be taking the strain differently, so you may get a bit of an ache going on. But what can you do about it? There are lots of things you can do, and they're really simple. You don't need any equipment, you can do them anywhere, you can do them in the bath, and the most simple things are just to go through that range of movement that a normal ankle should have. So pointing your toes up and down nice and slowly. So I'm going up onto tiptoes and down, up onto tiptoes and down, circling the ankle. So if I stand on one foot, I can circle the ankle, and then I can circle my ankle the other way. Oh, here comes my helper. Just make sure that you're nice and stable, or that you hold on to something when you do it so that you don't topple over. So yes, circle that ankle, nice big circle, both directions, same on the other foot. And again, just tilting the foot, can it tilt both ways? So you could do that when you're watching television, you could do it when you're stuck in a queue of traffic, when you're sitting at your desk. Easy to do. One of the other causes of potential stiffness in the joint is a previous injury. If you've sprained your ankle, and that's when you damage the ligaments hold everything together. So if you damage one of those, that's what we call a sprained ankle. And there will be toughened tissues in there that don't have the same amount of flexibility. So scar tissue may be built up within that area that was injured, and that will restrict movement as well. So you've done your circles, you've done your pointy toes, tilting your foot. The other great exercise that you can do, and this also makes your brain and your nervous system work, it improves the link between the two, and that is to draw the alphabet. So you literally draw an A, draw a B. This is probably back to front for you on the camera, but you know what I mean. C. And you could do it with capital letters, but again, just draw the letter with your foot. See if you can do it on both feet. One side might be easier than the other. If you're right-handed, if that's your dominant side, you'll probably find it's easier than it is to do it with your left foot. So there are a few things that you can try and do to test your mobility. Have you got as much as you could have? How to improve it, and also what makes up the makes up the ankle joint. So finally, if you do go over your ankle, you land on something a bit uneven, or you just catch it, it's still fairly well known that resting the area, so getting the weight off it as soon as possible, putting something cold on there, a bag of peas wrapped up in a tea towel, to take the initial pain away and also some of the swelling. The swelling is there to protect the joint from further damage, so it does have an important role. And then compression, a light bandage just to support the area, or like a tubey grip type thing, but you just be careful that you don't over tighten it, because then you'll get swelling either end of the bandage. And elevate it. Raising it above heart level will help the blood to drain back down again. So the NHS still promote that as RICE, as first aid injury. One of the things you can do when you pick up an injury. It works for me, it's worked for me in the past, but you find what works for you. Not everybody agrees with it these days. There are some scientific research out there saying that actually putting the cold on it has a negative effect. But research it, find out what works for you, and then stick with it. So there you go. That's my 5 minutes on the ankle joint, the mobility, how to improve it, what causes it to lose its mobility, and also a little bit of first aid. So I hope you found that helpful, and I'll be back with more tips for you very soon. Take care. Bye.